returns. The heartbreaking news spread quickly. Andrew was dead. When David, their only son, heard of his father's death, he was devastated. He rushed home from school, his heart heavy with sorrow. The moment he arrived, he embraced his weeping mother and cried uncontrollably. He stayed by her side, consoling her, unaware of the dark truth she was hiding. Weeks passed, and the day of Andrew's burial finally came. Family, friends, and villagers gathered, and mourning the loss of a good man. As the coffin was lowered into the grave, David stepped forward, silent tears streaming down his face. In his hand, he held a small knife. "Daddy," he said through sobs, his voice trembling. "I am giving you this knife, take it, and fight for yourself. I know your death is not ordinary. Go and revenge." With that, he threw the knife into the grave. Little did he know that he just gave his late father a weapon to end his mother's life. A deep silence fell over the crowd. Some people looked at David with confusion, while others bowed their heads in sorrow. Her heart pounded violently in her chest. A chill ran through her body. She tried to keep a straight face, but her hands trembled slightly. She wished she could stop her son from what he just did, but doing so might raise suspicion. So, she forced herself to cry louder, hiding her discomfort behind fake tears. Inside, however, fear began to creep into her soul. The next day, Priscilla sat down with her son in the sitting room, her heart still troubled by his words at the graveside. "David," she said gently, "why did you do what you did yesterday at your father's burial?" David looked at her with calm determination. "Mommy, I did what I did because I know that Daddy's death wasn't ordinary. I want him to fight for himself, even in the afterlife." Priscilla swallowed hard, fear rising in her voice. "You should have left everything to God. He is the one who fights for us, not the dead. You shouldn't have thrown that knife into your father's grave." David smiled faintly. "Don't worry, Mother, God will still fight for us, and put our enemies to shame." Priscilla lowered her head. She couldn't say another word. Guilt and fear washed over her like a wave. She sat there, silent, ashamed and afraid. The following morning, David prepared to return to school. As he stood by the door with his bag, he turned to his mother. "Mother, please be strong for me," he said. "I know the death of father will make this house feel empty and lonely, but stay strong. You are all I have left in this world." Priscilla nodded slowly, forcing a smile. "I will be strong, my son. You can start going now before it gets dark." She watched him walk away, a lump in her throat, tears welling up in her eyes. David turned briefly, waved, and continued down the road with sorrow in his steps. But little did